It's officially been 1 year with my Tesla Model 3. And instead of doing another full review breakdown like I did with my 3 month review and my 10,000 mile review, I thought I would shake things up a little bit because nothing's really changed and do just a quick update and then answer some questions that I've gotten over the last year since becoming an EV slash Tesla owner. So the quick 1 year update, it's still doing great. It's reliable, it's fun, and most importantly, it's been stress free, which is what I needed after my last experience with my previous car. Um, Now, I have had to do a few service updates to get things looked at. Like I had to get the front camera clean because of off gassing. Tire rotations, those were I think $60 each time. I had to get those done because I have the tire warranty on the tires. And then I had to get my upper control arms replaced because they were squeaking. But nothing major. First question I got after I got my Tesla, besides why, um, is can you charge in the rain? I had somebody ask me that. You know, it's an electric car, it's electricity. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. Everything's sealed, water resistant, and designed for it. You're not going to get shocked. Nothing's going to short out. It just works. You know, I've had zero issues. I've charged in the rain, snow, as superchargers at my apartment, running an extension cord out and leaving it on the ground. I've had no problem. Which leads me into my next question is how do I deal without a level 2 charger at home? Now, I will say having a level 2 charger at home would probably make this experience even greater. You know, I've been fine though. I have access to superchargers by me. I have access to cheap charging at work when I have to go in. Like when I went to the office last week, I was plugged in all day. I was at 30%, and I think I left at like 94%, and it was $8 because it's between 14 and 20 cents a kilowatt hour where I work. And I can level 1 charge at my apartment now that they've fixed my electricity.
So if I do want to charge at home, I just run it to that power strip through a 10 gauge extension cable out my front window, across my patio, and all that out to the
What
car.
about road trips? Again, that ties in with superchargers and charging and all that. Um, Honestly, for me, a road trip with the Tesla has been amazing. It's been no difference. By the time the car needs to charge, I need to recharge, get up, stretch, use the bathroom, um, get food. The road trip that I went on to Pittsburgh, car alerted me that it was ready to go before I was. You know, the car needs to charge about 2 to 3 hours, and that's when I need to get up and stretch and use the bathroom, anyways. So it just works for me. And the fact that the car drives and has a great sound system, I just sit in there, I rock out to my music. Next question I get is, is it actually cheaper than gas? And in most cases, yes, especially if you're charging during off peak hours, which I try to do. The chargers by me, they do go down between 22 and 24 cents a kilowatt hour if you go after 11 p.m. or midnight and get there before 7 a.m. or 8 p.m., 8 a.m. So a lot of times what I do is when I charge at the supercharger, they're in Meyer parking lots in Michigan. So I'll go like Sunday morning at 7 a.m., plug in, do my grocery shopping, come out, take the car to about 85 to 90%. So that way by the time I get home, it's at 80%. So it's not sitting at that high state of charge and I'm good to go. Um, and the most it's ever cost me to fill up my Tesla, I think was $18. And that's because it was during peak hours and I let it charge to 100%. Another question I got is better build quality. My Model 3 is pretty good. I have no major issues. Just that control arm squeak, and Tesla took care of it. Um, a minor alignment issue with the LED light strip with the driver door and the front part. No rattles, nothing's falling apart. It's been solid. The next question, which is question 6, so we're almost done. Um, do you still like it after the honeymoon phase? It's been a year now. Yeah, I love it. I can't imagine going back to a gas car. I really couldn't imagine going into another EV. With the Tesla, you have the Tesla owners communities, you have light shows. I like I feel like I have a place I belong now. It's great. Um, it's proven itself. It's reliable. Um, and yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Which leads into the next question. Would you get something else? And yes, from Tesla. I would love to get a Model Y because of light bar, or if I can afford it and win the lottery, a Cybertruck definitely is on my list of things I'd love to own before I die. Question 8: the Tesla Elon perspective. You know, love him or hate him, Elon has his rights to say what he wants to say and what he believes in. I personally am a fan of Elon's. So no, my opinion has not changed. I love Tesla and wanted a Tesla since 2012, even before I knew they were electric cars or anything. The Model S was my dream car for the longest time. Now it's the Cybertruck. But yeah, which speaking of the Model S, I will say I am somewhat disappointed that those cars have been sunset in lieu of making Optimus. I get the future. I get what Elon wants to do with the AI and Cybercab and Optimus and all that, but it is kind of a bummer that it had to be at the expense of killing off the S and the X. Um, I hope that Tesla doesn't lose their way, and that they push towards the AI, they push towards all that cool stuff, but they still remember us who love our cars, still want to drive because like I use FSD 97% of the time, but I still love to be able to just hit that accelerator and go. My Model 3 is the most fun car I've ever had. So I hope that they continue to make, the 3, the Y, the Cybertruck. Final question is FSD worth it? And do you trust it? And for me, 100%. $100 extra per month, is overall it's still cheaper than my previous car with my lease payment and FSD. Um, and the amount that I do driving, to me, it's worth it. Obviously, I would love it to be $50 a month. Um, and I think that Tesla should have like a program, kind of like Apple does with like the Apple iPhone upgrade. If you get the iPhone, you get Apple Care as part of it. I do think that Tesla should offer something like that. Or, if you do the premium connectivity, you can get like a small discount. If it's, I think it's $10 a month, but if you pay for a year up front, it's $100. So I do think that Tesla should offer, like a yearly payment, and so it's $99 a month, or $1,000, $999 if you pay for the year. I think that would work. I hope it doesn't go up. If it goes up, I would have to reconsider how cool it is. Um, but yeah, I definitely recommend it. I trust it. It's only made two or three mistakes that I've noticed, and those mistakes, one is a mistake I would have made. I thought the car and I both thought that this turn lane kept going, and it didn't. It kind of jutted out, and so it almost ended up in a ditch, but it quickly recovered. And then there's an area when I go to my folks' house where like the roads kind of like cross like this, and people get confused there, and the car gets confused there too. So I take over there, but that's it. Oh, and it gets confused in parking garages too. But I've learned to trick that. If I just turn my right turn signal on when I leave, it can easily get out. But if I just hit start driving, it'll go to the left and it'll go all the way up and then come all the way back down. And because of charging, I normally get to park on like the second or third floor, so I don't do that. Um, but yeah, it's great. Like I said, as long as you pay attention, you're good to go. I do miss having the ability to cap the speed. Not being able to set my top speed makes me a little nervous. But yeah, so I recommend it. And I also don't agree with the fact that they took away the ability to transfer it and the ability to buy it outright. I get why they have to do that as part of Elon's pay package, but I think that's, I don't want to say shady, but you know, it's not cool, I guess is what I'll say. But yeah, so that's my 1 year experience. I still love the car. I'm still enjoying it. It's exactly what I needed at this time and at that time a year ago. It goes in a year. I'm trying to do things around December of this year. A little early because they do deals and that at the end of the year. Um, but yeah, if you have any questions, drop them below. I'll be happy to answer any questions below. And as always, if you're thinking of getting yourself a Tesla, or even if you want to do a Tesla demo drive, please consider using my link. I'll have it in the video description. I believe if you do a demo drive, I get $15 in credit. If you lease or purchase a Tesla, you'll get 3 months of FSD for free, and then I get some credits that I can use towards charging accessories, maintenance slash service, or FSD. I use it mainly for FSD and charging. But yeah, so it's a win-win. Yeah, so again, if you have any questions, ask below. I'll answer them. I'll be honest, and yeah, we'll have fun. And I have more videos coming this soon. We have more light shows, the summer meetup event. Uh, Stick around. We'll have other videos, and I'll have other tech related videos in that too.